As a brain doctor, I am shocked by what I discovered recently. And you need to hear this right, now especially if you are over 60 or have ever been told to eat more vegetables for your heart. What I found may change the way you look at your dinner plate forever. Within the first 30 seconds of this video, I am going to tell you which common vegetable can secretly raise your stroke risk overnight, even though most people think it is healthy. This is not a scare tactic. It is real science, and it is something I have seen again and again in my patients. So please stay with me till the very end, because I will also tell you how to eat smarter and protect your brain from silent damage. And I want you to type in the comments right now, what vegetable do you think I am talking about? Your guess may surprise you when you hear the truth. I have spent more than 2 decades studying how food affects the brain. I have looked at MRI scans of people who were perfectly fine 1 month and then suddenly developed a mini stroke the next. Many of them thought they were eating healthy. They ate salads, they drank smoothies, they avoided fried foods, and yet their blood vessels told a different story. One day, a patient named Linda, a cheerful grandmother of 3, came to my office after collapsing in her kitchen. Her MRI showed small clots in her brain, tiny strokes that left her dizzy and forgetful. When I reviewed her diet, I was stunned. She had been eating one specific vegetable every night, thinking it was helping her stay young. But it was doing the opposite. I will reveal that vegetable soon, so do not skip ahead. And while you listen, please share in the comments if you or someone you love has ever experienced sudden dizziness or memory lapses. It could be related. Before we talk about the culprit, let me explain how strokes happen. Imagine the brain as a city with billions of streets. Every blood vessel is a tiny road carrying oxygen and nutrients to the neurons. If a clot or plaque blocks even one of these roads, that part of the city goes dark. That is a stroke. It can take away speech, balance, or memory in seconds. The scary part is that small strokes can happen silently without dramatic symptoms, yet they build up damage over time, leading to what we call vascular dementia. Now here is the twist. Certain foods that appear harmless can make your blood more likely to clot, raise your blood pressure, or damage the vessel walls. And one of those foods is sitting in millions of kitchens right now. Linda had been eating roasted beets almost every night. Beets are praised for their color, their antioxidants, and their nitrates that supposedly lower blood pressure. But what most people do not know is that when nitrates convert into nitrites and combine with proteins in the stomach, they can form nitrosamines, compounds linked to vascular inflammation, especially in some people as per kidney dehydration. The same nitrates that once helped dilate blood vessels can trigger oxidative stress and thicken the walls of arteries overnight. It is a chemical reaction that depends on your gut bacteria, your hydration level, and even your genetic makeup. So, for seniors like Linda, who were eating beets daily, while also taking blood pressure, medication, or statins, this combination could silently increase clot risk instead of reducing it. Now, I am not telling you to panic or never touch a beet again. The key is moderation and knowing your body. When Linda stopped eating beets daily and instead added leafy greens like spinach and kale twice a week, her vessel health improved dramatically. We rechecked her blood flow after 3 months, and the inflammation markers were almost gone. This is why it is vital that you do not follow generic health tips blindly. What helps one person may harm another. And that is why I always tell my patients and my viewers, your body is your laboratory. Test it, track it, and listen to it. Type in the comments below if you have ever followed a popular health trend that later turned out to be wrong for you. I want to read your stories. Beets are not the only vegetable with a dark side. Let us talk about spinach, another so-called superfood. Spinach is rich in oxalates, natural compounds that can bind to calcium in your blood and form crystals. In small amounts, your body can handle it, but if you eat large spinach salads daily, those crystals can build up in the kidneys or blood vessels, leading to stiffness and reduced elasticity. I once treated a retired firefighter named George who loved green smoothies. Every morning, he blended spinach, banana, and almond milk. He thought he was doing everything right until one day he woke up with weakness on one side of his face. His blood tests showed high oxalate levels, and his vessels were losing flexibility. We changed his breakfast, added more hydration, magnesium-rich foods, and reduced his spinach intake to twice a week. Within weeks, his energy returned and his blood flow improved. Please share in the comments if you drink smoothies daily. I will reply to some of your comments personally to help you fine-tune them. Now, you might wonder, why do these healthy foods turn harmful with age? The answer lies in metabolism. After 60, your liver, kidneys, and gut microbiomes slow down. The enzymes that once broke down nitrates, oxalates, and certain plant toxins start working less efficiently. As a result, the compounds accumulate in the bloodstream. Combine that with dehydration, slower circulation, and medication interactions, and you have a recipe for trouble. For example, if you take aspirin or blood thinners and also consume large amounts of beet juice, your vessels might experience both thinning and oxidative stress simultaneously. It is like stepping on the gas and brakes at the same time. As a brain doctor, I have seen countless seniors suffer from small vessel disease. Their MR is show tiny white spots, signs of microstrokes that they never felt. When I ask about their diet, many proudly tell me how they eat healthy vegetables daily, but health is not about repetition. It is about balance. Even the best food can become harmful if eaten the wrong way or too often. Beets, spinach, kale, and celery all have compounds that can raise nitric oxide temporarily. But chronic overexposure can cause rebound constriction of vessels, meaning your arteries become stiff after the initial relaxation. That stiffness raises your stroke risk overnight, especially during sleep when blood pressure fluctuates. Let me tell you about another patient, Susan, a retired nurse who used to eat celery sticks as snacks to lower her blood pressure. Celery contains a compound called psoralen that can interfere with liver, enzymes, and medication metabolism. In her case, her blood thinner became less effective and tiny clots formed. When she arrived at the hospital, she could barely move her right hand. She was devastated because she had done everything she thought was healthy. When we adjusted her diet, adding cooked vegetables instead of raw, focusing on variety, and ensuring proper hydration, her condition stabilized, and she regained most of her mobility. This is why understanding the chemistry of your food is essential after 60. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Should I stop eating vegetables altogether? Absolutely not. Vegetables are powerful, but like medicine, the dose matters. Rotate them. Steam them instead of eating raw every day. Combine nitrates with antioxidants like vitamin C to neutralize harmful compounds. For example, if you enjoy beets, squeeze lemon juice or eat citrus afterward. If you love spinach, add calcium-rich foods to bind oxalates before they enter the bloodstream. These small changes can protect your brain and heart from unnecessary damage. Please, in the comments, tell me what vegetable you eat most often and how you prepare it. I want to help you make it safer for your brain. The more we share experiences, the stronger our Health Hackers family becomes. You are not alone on this journey. Another overlooked danger comes from how vegetables are stored and cooked. For instance, leftover spinach or beets kept overnight in the fridge can accumulate nitrite bacteria growth. When reheated, these compounds get in your blood within hours, raising stroke risk. I remember a case study of an elderly couple who reheated beet soup every night for a week. Both suffered sudden dizziness and high blood pressure. Once they stopped reheating it, their symptoms vanished. Always cook fresh or freeze portions immediately after cooking. Never reheat nitrate-rich vegetables more than once. Also, watch your sodium intake with vegetable juices. Many commercial beet or celery juices contain hidden salt or preservatives that can constrict blood vessels. Natural does not always mean safe. Read the labels carefully. If it says sodium nitrate or potassium nitrate, that is your warning sign.